Hello.
Hey there, Weston. Good evening. How are you?
I'm also good. Same, same as it, same as before.
Same as before. The last time we saw each other was Tuesday. What happened in the past 3 days?
In these 3 days, uh, I did my homework, but my homework but my homework, um, there are many that I cannot finish it in a week.
hmm hmm So you've done your homework. Did you do anything else?
And I watch television and animations.
What did you
And
do again? I'm sorry.
and I watch television for the Olympics and the news.
You're watching some Olympics. Okay. Do you have a favorite sport?
My favorite sport, badminton and table tennis.
Oh, you like
Also,
badminton and table
uh,
tennis. Okay.
and also this year I started to play volleyball.
Volleyball. Okay. All right. Weston, have you heard of Star Trek?
Star Trek.
Star Trek. It's a TV show from United States, um, and it's been on for God 45 years or something. I'll put it in chat for you, and then I'm going to show you the materials. Star Trek. There we go. Materials. Where are my materials? There we go. I think they're here. Yes. So this show, Star Trek, is about the future, and in this future, people use different things. They use different gadgets and things like that, and I have a video here. It's called Real Life Technology Predicted by Star Trek. Are you a fan of sci-fi shows? Before I play this, I
No,
better check with you. Are you a fan of sci-fi shows?
no,
No, you're not.
I haven't heard that.
Sci-fi is science fiction.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I watched few science fiction movie and I'm interested at the setting. Just my family will say that uh, the main character, the things that they do is not in logic.
hmm
Like they may say there may be another, they may they have a better way, but they didn't do and do a worse way.
Yeah, yeah. Science fiction is a very science fiction is a genre. It's called a genre. Okay, well, I should probably open up my translate here and show you. Have you heard of the word genre?
Genre, no.
Genre. Okay. Movie genre. There we go. Should be getting some translation. There we go. Diamond delivery. What does that mean? Anyways, a movie genre. A genre is a French word, basically, and it is used to describe things that are same or similar. Same or similar things. So a genre, when we When we look at the definition of the word,
The type?
would be a type of movies. Yes. Oh my God, why is my computer so slow? I'm so sorry. Definition. There we go. I think I should buy a new computer. So you see the definition says a category or artistic composition, as in music or literature, characterized by similarities in form, style, or subject matter. So if a movie has a certain sort of category of a composition, right, of an art, then we would call it a genre piece, right? So genre piece. So let's say, you want to talk about movies, and then somebody says, I don't know, somebody says Superman movie, right? And then you would say, oh, yeah, that's a true example of comic genre piece, where like a comic book is a genre of movies, and you call it genre piece. So sci-fi is basically a genre, right? So science fiction. What is really cool about science fiction is it takes a scientific premise, right? And then puts in, there you go. I really like this definition. Look at this. A form of fiction that deals principally means, I'll put it in chat for you. That means you do not, change. Is this translator working? I mean, are you getting these? Now I got a line of text. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I think the meaning is the same.
The meaning is the same. Okay, all right. So with the impact of actual or imagined science upon society or individuals. Now, the thing of science fiction is that first we see things in science fiction movies or TV shows, and then we see them for real. Somebody really figures out something that they saw.
So you mean if the setting changed to be now, go to the real life?
Yes. First, somebody imagined it in a TV show, and then it becomes real life. One of the things that the video here talks about 10 things that first appeared on that show, Star Trek, but now we have those things in our real lives. So that's what the video is about. Would you like to watch it?
Yes, I like to watch it.
Yeah? All right. Now, when I tell you what it is about, I guess it should be a fun watch. So I'm going to share my sound and share my screen, and then triple check that everything is good on my. Well, I should probably close captioning, because you see a lot of these. Hide subtitle. Okay, so I'm going to hide our subtitles while I play the video to you. And then we're going to turn them back on. But I also need to make sure that my translator is working.
Greetings, fellow Earthlings. Today we're going to talk about the technology within Star Trek that has become true today. Star Trek is known for...
Obviously, it is not. So, quick translation. Okay. Now,
predicting tons of technological achievements, such as cell phones, Bluetooth, flat screen TVs,
let's try it now.
Greetings, fellow Earthlings. Today we're going to talk about the technology within Star Trek that has become true today. Star Trek is known for predicting tons of technological achievements, such as cell phones, Bluetooth, flat screen TVs, Skype, iPads, and talking computers.
Hello, computer.
All of these gadgets existed in the Star Trek universe far before they became a reality. And now we're going to update you on the new developments in technology. The first item on our list is something you probably already heard of: Virtual Display, aka Google Glass. In Star Trek, members of the super evil group the Dominion didn't bother using flat screen monitors to surf the web, but a trippy looking headset with one eyepiece that projected computer imagery through their optic nerve and into their brain. They could watch streaming video of the outside of the ship, receive messages, and video chat with other evil Dominion leaders, just like Google Glass. Next, let's revisit a classic that's finally being made today: the medical tricorder. Though it proved to have virtually no limitations in terms of scanning, it is most famous for its ability to diagnose pretty much anything.
Severe theta radiation poisoning.
Today's equivalent of tricorders are capable of diagnosing most ailments in the human body without needing to see a doctor. Just by placing it on your left temple, this Scanadu Scout can provide results for pulse transit time, heart rate, limitations in terms of scanning. It is most famous for its ability to diagnose pretty much anything.
Severe theta radiation poisoning.
Today's equivalent of tricorders are capable of diagnosing most ailments in the human body without needing to see a doctor. Just by placing it on your left temple, this Scanadu Scout can provide results for pulse transit time, heart rate, temperature, blood oxygenation, and more. Diagnosing anything from abdominal cramps to shingles, it's quite an upgrade from your thermometer. Next up on our list, an overlooked essential for all interstellar space travel:
Transparent aluminum?
what did you think space windows were made of? When the Enterprise crew traveled back to 1986, Scotty handed over the formula for creating the super strong yet incredibly thin glass that proved to hold up against nearly everything the universe threw at it.
That's the ticket, laddie.
Due to Scotty's interference with the timeline, transparent aluminum armor is now marketed as Alon by the Cermet Corporation. The armor can resist a 50 caliber armor-piercing bullet and anti-aircraft weapons, all while being half the weight and thickness of typical bulletproof glass. Okay, let's move on to something that will truly change your life.
Computer, one slice of New York cheesecake.
The Food Replicator. It's the biggest menu, the fastest delivery, and will probably make you gain 50 pounds if you owned one. The Food Replicators featured in Star Trek reproduced any foodstuff programmed into its database with a single voice command.
The replicator can make anything you desire. How do I know what I desire?
And the real version looks like this. Okay, it's not quite as fast, but it's freshly made food at the touch of a button. Just recently, NASA has commissioned a design of a 3D food printer capable of making pizza in space to satisfy the indulgences of astronauts, which is the best use of tax dollars. Happy with our list?
No!
Well, we can't please...
No!
Calm down. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more wonderful things.
So, did you? I know the video was. Oh, hold on. Let me put on my transcript. Did you? I know the video was. The guy was talking really fast in the video, but did you notice some of the things that first appeared in the show, and now we have them? Like cell phones and Bluetooth.
Yes. Yes, Skype.
Did you notice the Bluetooth wireless headset?
Yes, the Bluetooth earphone.
The one earpiece, yes. That's something that was that you can see in the show in almost every edition of the show. Like so Star Trek would come in different series. Let me Let me share my translator again. So you would basically have different series of the show with the same name, right? With the same name. So you would have, for example, if you go on Google, right, and you click Star Trek, you will get these additional explanations. So for example, Star Trek TNG stands for Star Trek The Next Generation. Then there's Star Trek Discovery. And then there are movies, Star Trek movies like Star Trek Beyond and Star Trek Into Darkness. And what I wanted to say was, in every single one of these Star Trek shows, somebody would wear an earpiece and communicate to other crew members. And now we have, well, not now, we've been having USB wireless, no, not, sorry, wireless Bluetooth devices for 20 years, right? I remember seeing one in 1990, no, in 2002. I saw one in 2002, I think, a long time ago. Wireless Bluetooth devices. So what do you think of the video? Which invention did you find most impressive?
The which invention is more impressive?
For you.
The window that can avoid the bullets.
Oh, the window that stops the bullets.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
really. Then I think the window is really hard.
Yeah. The window that stops bullets, I think it was called Alon. Let's take a look at that. Alon glass. Well, there you go. You remember in the video when the people from the future came to the past and gave an idea for transparent aluminum? Well, aluminum oxynitride. There you go. As a transparent armor material, Alon provides a bulletproof product with far less weight and thickness than traditional bulletproof glass. Let's take a look at images. How does this thing look like? Well, there you go. This is the chemical representation of aluminium or aluminum. We actually have two ways of pronouncing that word. Do you know what aluminum is?
Aluminum.
Yeah, it's a chemical element, right? So
that's used to make the Coke can.
oh yeah, so many things are made out of aluminum. But yeah, Coke can was one of the most used, one of the biggest uses for aluminum was Coke cans back in the day. But now you can pretty much make anything you want out of aluminum. What I wanted to say is that in the United States, we pronounce this word as aluminum, which means we do not pronounce the letter I. However, if you hear anybody else who's a native English speaker from other English speaking countries, they will pronounce this letter I and they will say aluminium.
So we say it to be aluminum, but other people that don't know this word will say aluminium.
Aluminium, yes.
Aluminium.
Yes. And I'm pretty sure we're wrong. I'm pretty sure we Americans are wrong in pronouncing it, but that's how we pronounce it. We say aluminum, but everybody else says aluminium because there's an I there and it should be said, right? So that's what I wanted to tell you. So I didn't know, to be honest with you, I didn't watch the video before. I watched it together with you for the first time, but I didn't know about bulletproof glass. I mean, can you imagine that? It's not glass, but it's transparent. That means you can see through it. And somehow it stops bullets. That is so incredibly. There you go. You can put it on your phone if you want to. Transparent aluminum on your phone. Oh my God. Imagine that. That would never break your phone, ever. Wow. Bulletproof is what we would call a material that stops bullets. Oh wow. Any other invention you remember from the video?
So are the things that the thing that to scan your body and know what disease that you have?
Yeah, in the show they're called tricorders.
Tricorders.
Right? But in reality, it's called medical scanner, just like you said it. Yeah, then there's an actual medical scanner that you can buy and scan yourself. Let's see. Oh, but I forgot the name of that. These are MRIs, magnetic resonance machines. Did you remember the name of that product that was in the video? Well, we have the file.
But that device now is much bigger.
Yes, they showed in the video that you have that little. Oh, the Xanadu Scout. There we go. This is the title of that thing we saw in the video. Let's see what that is about. Xanadu Scout. Oh yeah, there you go. It's real. It is real. Xanadu Scout medical tricorder. They actually called it a tricorder to honor the show. So this is something. Let's see what the price of this thing is.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen this? It's in the video. I mean, it's a short.
Yeah,
video.
I mean without the video.
Oh, here's where they play it. Let me play this to you again. So that would be somewhere around before aluminum. There we go. It's right here. All right, so I'm going to play it. Oh, no, wait, I can't play it now. I have to share the sound with you. First, I'm going to share the screen. Oh, I am sharing sound with you. Okay, great. Oh, cool. Okay. So it was, what was it? Minute two? No. Ah, there we go. All right.
Though it proved to have virtually no limitations in terms of scanning, it is most famous for its ability to diagnose pretty much anything.
Severe theta radiation poisoning.
Today's equivalent of tricorders are capable of diagnosing most ailments in the human body without needing to see a doctor. Just by placing it on your left temple, this Scanadu Scout can provide results for pulse transit time, heart rate, temperature, blood oxygenation, and more. Diagnosing anything from abdominal cramps to shingles, it's quite an upgrade from your thermometer. Next up on our list, an overlooked essential for
There you
all
go.
interstellar
That was
space.
that was the Scanadu Scout.
I got you.
Yeah, it was fast. I have to admit it's a fast. BuzzFeed videos are usually very, very fast because they're trying to cram it into very short clips, and they want to say a lot of things. So what would be the price of this thing? Oh, look at that. Between $149 and $199. That's not that too expensive, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because it's new things,
Yeah, it's a
New
new
in-
thing. Yeah,
new invention.
yeah, yeah. Apparently, it doesn't take a lot to produce it, to make it. But it says here, it's over. The line, the culture burns, semi-tissue, kind of fair. So I guess it's not a real thing anymore. It used to be, but now it's not. So it's just like you could buy it just as a fan of the show, but it doesn't really work. Yeah. Well, anyways. So I'm a big fan of Star Trek, by the way. I watch that show almost all the time, and I watch it. I currently watch Star Trek: The Next Generation all over again. But there are other series within the world. And what I'm seeing, what I would like to see, and what I think everyone would like to see, is something called a warp drive. Have you heard of warp drive?
What drive?
Warp drive. If you didn't watch the show, then you probably wouldn't know. I wonder how would we say that in Chinese? Let's take a look. Warp drive. Okay, it's coming out. Okay, I got some symbols there in Google Translate. Warp drive is how ships in Star Trek move so fast in the space.
Curve speeding. Curve.
They go faster, or almost apparently they go as fast as the speed of light. Warp drive. Now, as you can see, if you go and Google it, actually there are some theoretical works, some papers have been made on the theoretical possibility of having a warp drive. But basically, it is a propulsion system. And as you can see, this is very interesting. Propulsion system. All right, so I'll put this in chat for you as well. Or I can just do this. I think you should be getting a translation now. Definition. There we go. Translation.
Propulsion system.
Propulsion system, but why my
translation? So it's something that over the light spin.
Yes, something that is that in the show you can actually travel faster than the speed of light, right? So for now, for us humans, nothing moves faster than light. That's the fastest thing that moves. So the speed of light is about 300,000 kilometers per second. So that's the speed of light. And warp drive allows you to travel faster than the speed of light.
Mm.
That's how,
I cannot imagine how fast it is.
that is very, very, that's incredibly fast, super fast. And that's why they are able to move to different galaxies and different stars, but still they can still get far from home. For example, their Star Trek Voyager series is about a Federation starship, because in that show, it takes place in 24th century, right? So in that show, there is no so in the show starts with us discovering other life forms and other intelligence, and it is so far in the future that we now have an alliance with these aliens, and there's all kinds of aliens and all kinds of species, and then we create a star planet Federation of star planets. That's kind of the body that sort of, and Earth is a part of it, and we don't see anything. We don't see any other body of government, right? Like there are no countries. There are no countries, for instance. Nobody talks about countries. Earth is just like a part of this federation, and that's it. So in the Star Trek Voyager, the ship accidentally goes through a wormhole. You know what a wormhole is? Maybe I'm just wormhole. I'll put it in translator for you. They go through accidental wormhole, and they end up 70,000 light years from home, from Earth. And then we watch them as they try to get home. Even at warp speed, right, which is faster than light, 70,000 light years is a very, very long distance. And they're trying to get back. So, well, we are out of time. It's coming up on 9 p.m. right in your part of the world. So I don't know. I hope I managed to interest you in picking up some Star Trek.
Oh,
Give it
yeah.
a shot. It's a very interesting show.
I think I'll go to watch the movie.
Or you can go watch one of the
Star
movies
Trek.
or the show. I think you would like it. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Thank you, Weston, very much for showing up, for having a little chat with me, okay?
Okay.
Have a great evening and see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.